Well, I got it to stop running in anyway. It's actually drying up on its own pretty good. A little later than I wanted to be, but number two, found out this morning she didn't have any calls to go out on like she thought. So we waited till it quit raining for a little bit. Box is loaded, strapped down. Becky's gonna run in there with me. She just went to grab her purse. And then we'll come back. So I better check the engine oil in this thing before we took off. Because, I haven't done it for a while. Yeah, it seems the turbo's got a little weepy out the exhaust side. Oops. So I guess we're going to have to put a turbo on it at some point. Put the new tags on it that are going to expire here in a couple months because, it hasn't been out of the driveway, so didn't worry about it. But that would explain part of the puff a little smoke. So, anyway. Go get that done and make it back, and look, here she comes. Looks like she's ready to go on a trip. It's part of our trip to town here anyway. We're up in the Jackson Bottom. Highway 19, South Hilton Road. A little water. A little more water. The river's on the other side of those trees. It's not my time that's been over the highway through here. Three times that I can remember anyway. More water. Looks like the road just like that. A little more water. We just crossed the river south of Cornelius. There's the river right there. And straight in front of us is about 600 acres. It's probably mostly underwater. A little right over there too. Somebody out there taking pictures of it, mostly underwater. It's a common sight. Poor guy that was farming that anyway. About 5 or 6 years ago, he replanted that 7 times. We replanted some stuff 3 or 4 times because it flooded out in the same year. There's a little more of the trip. Mary dropped the box off. It's in its new, fully permanent home. I don't want to keep moving that thing. It's heavy. Almost home. Like the water's gone down here, so traps up on the road. This is pretty much typical anymore. So, go for the shallow spot. Get the wheels washed. Middle of the street, you can kind of see the water just coming out of that hillside over there. Nice drive. I'm being sneaky. She doesn't know she's on video at the moment. Becky went with me earlier to take Brooke's toolbox in. And we got back and we just filled up the grain totes for Mom for the back barn. She just covered them up, closed the door back there. And she just cut a trench so some of the water will drain out of there. Since I'm not going to get to cleaning that for a little bit. Although while it's not raining, it would be an awesome time to do it. But I'm not going to do that now. And Thailand just texted me, said she's got to get Maury out of the house for a little bit today. It's very understandable. So they're going to come out this afternoon at some point. Get him out. He can get his head a little straighter. And we all need to get our heads a little straighter today, I think. But anyway, the world keeps turning. Yeah, that bright thing came out. So it really hasn't been too bad of an afternoon. About halfway through lunch, an oat customer showed up, so I finished scarfing lunch and headed out the door to take care of him, and it was just starting to rain. Looked like it was going to just let loose. A few drops, it quit. Sun came out. Wind blew most of the dust away. And Ty and Maury are on their way out now, so don't know what else I'll get you today, if anything. I want to say thank you for all the well wishes, prayers, and thoughts. Yeah, everybody goes through this shit. It's all part of life. Just never expect it when it happens. So, hey, if this is the end of it, thanks for watching. If it's not, you'll see a little more. Hey, anybody know what time it is? They do. Yeah, Ty and Maury made it out. And I called Brooke, and she had never said anything to her boss about Adam passing. So, well, we didn't tell her until last night anyway, after she got home. Better safe than sorry. And so I called her and I said, hey, Ty and Maury are on their way out. You need to go and talk to your boss if you don't have anything else to do the rest of the day, if you can get away. Because, especially, been part of the family for quite a few years now. And Brooke works for him on the weekends. Seems like they won't do anything this weekend. I'm not sure, though. That's not for sure yet. But at the moment, it's just, I'll text you tomorrow is what Maury said. So, and Ty then says, well, she's going to fill the void there, especially for a little bit, because Maury's mom helps him with most of the billing and taxes and that kind of thing. All the truck taxes, which is a pain in the ass. And she is not going to be any kind of shape to even think about doing that for a while. Expected. So, we got to figure out what's going to go on around here, because that affects us just the same as anybody else, right? And I really need to get that cleaned. I really need to get the feed barn cleaned. Oh, and while I'm wandering around, if you notice, there's lights on in there. We're close enough to calving season. I haven't seen any that are really there yet, but there's a few that are getting a little flush. So we turn the lights on in the one row of lights in the main barn. And we turn the lights on here in the feed barn. Some people, cows don't need to have light to have a calf. No, but it sure as hell helps to have some lights on when they do have a calf, so it don't get stepped on, so you can find it. Ouch, I just pinched my finger. Alright, screw it, I gotta get you down there and do it. If I move the gate a little, right? The struggles are real. And everybody thought T-Rex was just being silly. So, anyway, that means I gotta walk in here and flip the switch, and that's enough light once those stupid piece of junk fluorescent bulbs finally warm up that you can actually see in there fairly decent. And the creek is down a ways. Looks like the log that was laying in the corner is now partway up on the bridge and where it's not going to block things. And Ichabod. Right there where that post is, that'd be an Ichabod off the top of it, because he's standing on the other side of it, right at the edge of the water. He'd been there all day. Haven't seen the eagle today. That was yesterday in that tree. But we did have a really, really beautiful afternoon. Now it's getting cold. Supposed to get freezing again. I think I'm safe tonight to leave the water on, I hope. We'll find out more about that in the morning. But, anywho, yeah. Day or two, maybe I'll be talking a little better in the videos again. I don't know. We'll see. And of course the dogs, they were happy to see Maury. And I'm sure you noticed, calling my kids Tylen and Brooke instead of number 1 and number 2. It slips out once in a while anyway. Probably still call them both, you know. When I started this, you know, they were adults, but really barely. So it was number 1 and number 2. But enough you know their names anyway. Funny how that happens. Kind of travels a little. Alright, I'm going to hose the chit off my boots. And I'm going to go in. I'm going to give you all a video to watch this evening. So, thank you for watching. And really, really, really do appreciate the prayers and well wishes, condolences, etc. Pass them on so they all know. Oh, and something else that tragedy can do. Maury's dad and his uncle are twins. Although they don't look like twins, and there's a couple other people that look like they could be twins, you know, like maybe, but who knows. Nobody's going there. They're keeping their names. They live next to each other. Really don't talk to each other. Neither one has much use for the other one. Well, that's how some are. Maury said his uncle came down this morning and said, hey, you know, we don't want to interfere. We don't want to be in the way. If you need anything, call. Like I told Maury, I said, your uncle and your dad, they have their thing. They butted their heads together for years. But family's still family. That's the way it should be. So they're still there for them. You know, I mean, in 6 months is when I'm going to say, get the hell out of here. Well, yeah, maybe. That's what they've done for the last 60 years. But anyway, I told him, I said, yeah, the good does show through. Deep down. All right. Thanks, everybody.